Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. A big play there for L.A. And now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run with Lynch. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Lynch, the lone man in the backfield now on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Here we go. 50, plant. We don't want this. 5.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Mike, 52. 53. Mike. Go. Go. 53.
Now Joe Mixon. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Manning now to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 55 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Going quickly here to Thomas. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Break.
51's the mic. Defense wins championships, baby.
Now.
On 2nd and 12, Manning dumps it off to Mixon. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Trubisky to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Ready, ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that. Super toe.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. This is Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ready? 30 base.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Hey, wahoo!
51, Mike. Mike, 51. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 51.
Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Manning. And Josh Hill has it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
Break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Brings up second and 11 at the 31-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Check 50.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
A gain of 16 yards.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Rams.
Hey, ball. Hey.
On first down, Trubisky. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So they're going to decline that and choose to bring up second down.
So did you feel like maybe this is just a mistake that they don't take the penalty here?
Possibly.
Either that or they feel like their defense just cannot be moved on very well, and they'd rather go ahead and use the downs.
Ran,
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. All day, dog. 57.
Hey, Alpha.
Let's go, baby.
On second down, Trubisky. He finds Austin complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Complete to Tavon Austin.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Get up.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check it, ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Number 53, Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
Keep dribble.
From the gun, it's Manning. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Here we go, Night. Fire.
Working from the gun, Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, check right. Watch it, define. Man, lock in. Bang. Under pressure.
This time, Trubisky will throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Los Angeles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the slant. Right. Check 55. Come on. Check 50. Hey, ball.
Now it's Trubisky. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And the Rams first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half. We'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami, ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Trubisky now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Rex Burkhead. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now this time he'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They've been denied touchdowns in the... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Corey Grant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Gostkowski with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Crunch time, defense.
One final try now for Manning. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Hey, team 6. Now.
Play action. Manning. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
18 Gator.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
5.
51, Mike, 51. 2.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got to step it up. Mike, 59.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Manning, he's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
They're running it.
General West. Hey, orbit.
54 Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Get it.
On the run, it's Mixon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Strong right.
Look at me. Zipper.
Hey, we got 3 out.
Bravo.
Mike 51.
To go.
To throw is Manning. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw. Hey, zoom.
Let's go.
Hey.
53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Man out. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Rabbit.
Ready.
Throwing now is Manning. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Josh Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. To the line now is Eli, as his guys will go for 2. Shotgun now for Manning. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They gonna need some therapy after this. Hey, check right. Watch it divide. And watch the leg.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Dorsett's got it. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yardage.
Okay.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Push him back.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Yeah. Check, 53. Check,
Now Manning. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go.
53, Mike.
Smooth.
Operating from the gun. Manning, he is going to find Hill here. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Manning now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10 from the gun to give to Mixon. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yep.
Go get him.
Hey. High 7. 22 jet bomber. 22 snap.
They'll run here with Mixon. In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety, Jamal Adams. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Manning going for it all. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Mixon. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Benson Mayowa in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
It's a gain of 17.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You can't stop me.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Switch gears. Alert. Check 31.
Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
Hey, Charlie.
There we go.
Alert.
Check.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Hicks, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Andy Lee now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
Set.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
He's going to go up top. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them.
Rashad Perriman off to the races. Touchdown, L.A. Rashad Perriman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
5.
Another try for Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack on first down, Trubisky, and he's going to go down again. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Let's go one more.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
218, chop.
Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.